Hi, welcome to Take a Break, Take a Breath for Wednesday, December 9th. I'm Rick Boyer, the pastor of Prospect Presbyterian Church, and Take a Break, Take a Breath is an invitation to pause in your day, to center yourself in God who made you, to set aside all of the tasks and responsibilities and things that keep us busy, and just be quiet for a moment, for 10 minutes or so, to breathe and relax and be present to God who made us. Each time that I do one of these, I present a different psalm. We've been reading our way through the Psalms, and we're on Psalm 112. Psalm 112 goes with Psalm 111. In fact, the commentators say that they are mirror images of Psalm 1 and 2. So Psalm 112 matches Psalm 1 in theme, and Psalm 2 matches Psalm 111 in theme. And the theme is, for this one, the life of the righteous, the life of the faithful people. And what does it mean to be righteous? To accept God's sovereignty, which is the fear of the Lord. The fear of the Lord is to accept God's sovereignty, that God rules over all the world, and also to live in a way that reflects who God is. That's what it means, to accept God's grace and God's gifts in our lives. For the focus verse, I chose verse 6. For the righteous will never be moved. They will be remembered forever. Now the promise here, the promise is that those who follow the command of God, those who live in God's way, are happy. But happy doesn't mean what it means in our society, that we are happy because we have no troubles, or happy because we have everything we need. Happiness means that we know we are held and loved and claimed by God, and that our lives are lived out in ways that reflect God's love and care for others. So we are happy not because we are self-fulfilled, but because God is working God's way in us. As I think about all that, and I think about all of the people who have lived out their lives faithfully, I am very grateful for them in my own life, and find this almost, while it's not really a psalm of thanksgiving, because this one's an acrostic, meaning each line is a different letter of the alphabet, working your way through the Hebrew alphabet. It's not reflected in the English translation. That's just not possible to do. So with all that in mind, I invite you to go to a place that is quiet in your house if you haven't already done so, and to close the door and sit down in a chair and relax, to feel the comfort and the peace of that chair, the support that it offers you on your back and on the back of your legs and under your arms if the chair has arms, and feel the floor under your feet. Look around the room at the colors in the room. Look around the room for the light that is in that room. Is it a bright room? Is it a dimly lit room? Is the sun shining in? How about the air? Is it still, or is there something causing the air to move? Is it warm or hot or cool? Get in touch with all of the things that God gives us in God's good creation, and all of the things that are in the room with you right now. And then close your eyes and take a nice deep breath. And as you breathe in that good air. And as you breathe out, push out the stale air. Breathe in the breath of life. Breathe out all that does not give life. Breathe in the breath of God. And breathe out all that separates you from God. Breathe in God's peace. and breathe out all of those fears and worries and anxieties. And allow that peace of God to spread over your whole body. Imagine it like water that washes down over you in a shower. And as it lands on your head, the peace of God comes to your head and to your mind, and all of the things that have been rushing around in your brain settle and calm. And as it washes down over your face, the muscles in your face relax, and if there's been tension in your jaw, it relaxes, and perhaps you even smile. And as it washes down over your neck, the knots and tensions in your neck are melted away. And if there has been pain, a headache from the tensions in those neck muscles, it is eased as those muscles relax. And as the water moves down over your shoulders and down your arms to your hands, the muscles in your shoulders relax. They feel as calm and relaxed as when someone gives you a good shoulder rub. Then your hands open, and perhaps they're turned up to receive the goodness and grace of God. And as it moves down your back, the muscles in your back are relaxed. And all the pains that have been there are eased. As it moves down over your chest, your breathing continues to be slow and deep and life-giving. And your heart rate calms to a nice resting pace. As it moves down over your stomach, the butterflies are calmed if there were any. The indigestion is eased if there was any. And it moves down over your hips and your thighs and your calves and your feet. And those muscles all relax. You are immersed and washed in the peace and presence of God. In your mind's eye, go to a room that has some comfortable chairs and some photo albums on a table in front of those comfortable chairs. In front of you, you lean forward and pick up one of the photo albums. And it's labeled "People in my life who have been faithful." People in my life who have been faithful. And as you open it, you see pictures of different people. People who live in the way of God, who have cared for the poor and given food to the hungry, who have visited you and others when you needed it, who offered words of comfort and grace and kindness, who lived out the faith and reflected God's love and care for the world. You turn the pages and see the pictures of all of the different people, and you find yourself offering God thanks for them. You don't even notice, but someone comes and sits beside you. Maybe it startles you when they say, who are they? What are you looking at? And you turn and look into the eyes of that person and know that it is a representative of God. And the two of you have a chance to talk about all of the people in your life for whom you are thankful and grateful, who have lived in God's way. I'll be quiet while you two talk. And then the time comes to say goodbye, and you say goodbye in whatever way is appropriate, and you close that photo album and put it on the table, grateful for those memories. And you allow that image to fade away, and you bring yourself back to the room where you are. And when you are ready, open your eyes. That's Take a Break, Take a Breath for Wednesday, December 9th. If you want to talk with me or pray with me or have feedback for me, send an email to rick@prospectchurch.org.